If I asked you what the scariest element of Hereditary was, what would your answer be? Would it be the cult, the unwavering sense of dread, the supernatural horror? For me, the answer would be a little different. What I found to be the scariest part of Hereditary was the fear of family. Now, what do I mean by the fear of family? Well, before I get into that, I want to discuss the word family and what it means. Now, the dictionary describes family as a specific group of people that may be made up of partners, children, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandparents. Friedrich Nietzsche said, "In family life, love is the oil that eases friction, the cement that binds closer together, and the music that brings harmony." In simpler terms, I feel family, or at least the general consensus around family, is that it's the people that are supposed to make you feel loved and the people who make you feel safe. Now, obviously that isn't always the case, but I feel like that's the generic idea of family, the one that we see in films and TV often portrayed. However, in a film like Hereditary, family is anything but loving and comforting. In Hereditary, family is nothing short of horrific and discomforting. The family we follow in Hereditary doesn't make you feel anything a family should, and the way it's portrayed in the film is downright terrifying. Take, for example, the idea of a mother. Something that's commonly expressed and spoken of in real life is maternal instinct, the idea that your mother is your protector. We see it in both animals and humans. This concept has been around for a long time, so when we hear the word mother, many of us associate it with loving, caring, nurturing, protective. However, the mother figures in Hereditary are anything but. For starters, the first mother that we learn about is the grandmother, or Annie's mother. We learn through dialogue in the film, as well as Annie's mental state and actions, that her mother wasn't loving or nurturing, to the point that Annie wouldn't even allow her mother to be a part of Peter's life. Annie's own brother committed suicide when they were younger because, as Annie puts it, he thought that their mother was trying to put people inside of his head. Now, with the knowledge we have later on in the film, this doesn't seem to just be a mere case of mental health. More likely, Annie's mother was trying to prep her own son to be the host for payment. But even more terrifying than the cult aspect or even the demon aspect is that a mother would use her own son as a host for a paranormal demon from hell. But moving on, we have Annie, the focus of the film. Annie on the surface seems to be a caring and loving mother, but as the film unravels, we see this facade removed. Even if it's unintentional, there seems to be a huge disconnect between her and her children. Events that take place before the film happens instilled fear in both of her children. We see it initially towards the beginning of the film when Charlie seems to be quite indifferent about the idea of her own mother dying, as well as Peter's clear hostility about an occurrence when he was younger in which he awoke covered in paint thinner with his mother standing over him with a lit match. Whether it was a subconscious act by Annie, since she self-admittedly never wanted to have Peter and even tried terminating the pregnancy, that all remains irrelevant. The idea that Peter's own mother, the woman that's supposed to protect him, take care of him, raise him, the idea that Peter's own mother was moments away from burning him alive sends chills down my spine in ways that cults, decapitation, and creepy naked old people never could. Though the film doesn't just stop at parental horror, but spousal horror as well. In the film, we see Annie go through incredibly tragic and traumatizing events, first losing her mother and then losing her young daughter. As the film progresses, we see Annie's mental state become less and less stable, trying to find any way to make sense of what happened to her daughter, even dabbling into paranormal elements. During the course of this, her husband becomes less and less loving and caring towards her, even stating at one point that he's got a son to take care of, implying that he has to ignore his wife's emotions and feelings to make sure their son is safe. Now, nobody would really blame a father, especially in his situation, for putting his focus on his son, but if you were in Annie's shoes and you'd recently lost your mother and your daughter, you might not be taking it so well, and you'd expect your spouse to be understanding and to try to make you feel safe and secure and like everything was going to be okay. But her husband stopped doing this, and for me, watching her husband disregard her in her time of need is to some degree a very emotionally terrifying thought. Now, in the end, there's plenty to be scared about when it comes to Hereditary. Director Ari Aster does a masterful job at crafting a film in which every second feels encased in dread and misery. However, I feel the most terrifying and underrated aspect of this dark and dreary film is its portrayal of family. We go in with this idea of what family is: caring, loving, the people who are meant to make you feel safe, and we leave feeling very unsettled and burdened by the idea that Those who are closest to us, those who are meant to make us feel safe and at ease, are the very ones who have the easiest route to hurt us, both emotionally and physically. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. Hereditary is one of my favorite films of the decade, and I do believe in the future it'll be regarded in the same way as we view films like The Exorcist. I look forward to making more video essays in the future. I had a lot of fun making this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you took something from it. If you did, let me know down in the comments. As always, if you liked the video, make sure to click the like button, and if you want to see more from me, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.